Hello everyone, it is meal planning day. So you guys know what that means. We need to go check out our fridge, our freezer, and our pantry, see what I have going on in there, and then I'm gonna take you back to the computer and show you guys the complete meal plan breakdown for you guys. And this is completely on a budget. We feed our entire family of 5 for under $400 every single month, and sometimes we keep it under $300. So if you guys wanna learn how to do the exact same thing for your family, you are gonna wanna make sure and stay tuned. Don't forget, you guys, that you are able to print off this exact same meal plan, download it. It has clickable links to every single recipe that we're using this month. There is also a link down below for a blank template. And I'm gonna leave you another link to show you guys step by step on how to get started with meal planning. So there's a weekly meal planner and a monthly meal planner. If you're getting started, start with the weekly. If you're already doing weekly, let's bump it up to monthly and save you even more money. All right, so let's head over to my kitchen. I'll show you guys what I have going on in there so that way we can plan our meal plan off of what we have going on. Okay, so we did just get some popsicles and ice cream and things, so that's kind of taking up some space. We have a few little like lunch items left over from last month's unhealthy grocery haul. So we're just going to keep eating off of those. We have a little bit of tortillas left in here. Here's some French fries, some frozen lunch meat that will be good. This is a corned beef roast, Italian sausage, a few waffles, some frozen fish, some taquitos for lunches, some Asian pork, some more brats that I got on a really good sale the other day, a little bit more mahi-mahi. I have a lot of Parmesan and mozzarella still left over from a haul from a couple months ago. Kale and some spinach, and we have a couple things of ground beef back here, and then these are some chicken patties from Costco from last month's haul. Mostly in our fridge is just where we keep our condiments, so I will go through and see if there's anything that I need to re-supplement in here. And then we mostly just have our fresh produce in our fridge and leftovers, so I don't usually have to restock up on anything in here unless it is on my fresh produce grocery list. All right, and our pantry, we have stocked up on a couple things of cereal. We have plenty of bread in here at the moment. All of our baking supplies. I know I need to get a couple things like flours and sugar. Just flour and sugar. Here's what's left of our snack supply from last month, so we will be restocking our snacks for sure. I have 2 things of pasta sauce. I still have some pan spray. This is salsa I still have in here. I have plenty of chicken broth still left in here. Lots of black beans that I bought last month at Costco. 1 can of chili left, some chilies, and enchilada sauce. I have a little bit of rice, half a thing of rotini wheat pasta, 2 things of spaghetti noodles, still have some quinoa, 1 thing of mac and cheese, a little package of sugar, and I've got plenty of powdered sugar. All right, now that I know what we have in our pantry, fridge, and freezer, I'm gonna go over and start my meal plan. All right, so here's my meal plan, and it is everything that is based off of what I have in my fridge, pantry, and freezer. Make sure and go and check out that link on how to get started on your meal planning, whether it's weekly or monthly. I have all the printables for you guys completely for free. So go check that out, and I know that there's always the same questions like, why do you only have 5 recipes per week? And what is your budget? How much do you spend on your groceries? All of those things are answered in that video. So make sure and go check that out. All right, so let me just show you guys. The first thing I do when I'm meal planning is I write out everything that's happening, the big events that are happening in the month. And then I either am going to budget, so we're going to eat out on that night, or I'm going to plan accordingly, maybe a crock pot meal or something super easy if it's a busy night. So keep that in mind. And then this fresh grocery list that is over here is any of the ingredients that I'm going to need to buy fresh for that week, because my big monthly grocery haul, which you guys will see tomorrow, is only for the non-perishable or items that can be frozen. Okay, so for the month of May, I am planning for 5 weeks. I normally plan for 4, but because of the way that the days lay out, I'm planning for 5 weeks this month. Still keeping the budget under $400. For this first week, my hubby is going to be out of town, so I'm keeping it simple. I don't need to have leftovers for him to take to work the next night, and I am just going to plan on things that I know my kids are going to love to help minimize the stress for that week. So I'm planning on eating out one of the 5 nights. Then we're having pancakes and fruit one night, quesadillas, nachos, hot dogs, and then chicken burgers for mom. So all of the fresh produce that I'm going to need is milk, fruit, bread, which is my go-to every single week, buttermilk, chips, avocado, and buns, and I'm thinking that's going to cost about $20 for that week. Then week 2, both of my oldest kids are going to be getting their tonsils out, poor babies. So they're going to be sticking to things like popsicles and things like drinks, juices, just the very basic things that they're going to be able to get down their poor little throats. So for this week, I'm planning meals that are easy. Once again, I can put them in the crock pot or make ahead or things like that. But also meals that I know that hubby and I love and the kids maybe don't love so much, and we kind of avoid eating them when the kids are home. So that first night when the kids are going to have their tonsils out, we're planning on eating out that night. And we are going to be having black bean enchiladas. I'm doubling that because I'm going to be bringing a meal to a friend that week. Coconut chicken curry. I love this recipe, and I'm getting a video together for you guys on that one actually. Chipotle chicken salad. I already have a video for that one for you guys, so make sure to check out all these links. It's the copycat Chipotle Mexican girl salad, and it is my favorite, and it is the closest copycat recipe I've ever tasted. It's wonderful. And then I'm just going to make a simple breakfast quiche one night for dinner as well. I guess I'm not going to go through all of the grocery lists for each week. You can see those. That's going to depend also on what recipes you decide to put into yours, or if you're going to print off this exact meal plan, you can just copy right from there. And for week 3, we are going to be having tacos, corned beef, just like the roast with some potatoes and carrots in there, stir fry using the Asian pork. So I made a big giant Asian seasoned pork roast in the crock pot last month, and I had a ton of meat left over that I knew we weren't going to eat, so I just threw that in the freezer. Going to be using that, throwing in some veggies and a little bit of sauce, making a super simple stir fry. Then we're going to make chicken pot pie and 1 pan balsamic chicken and veggies. New thing we're going to be trying, but I love balsamic vinegar. Love it, so that'll be really good. And then week 4, we're going to be having cousins come stay with us for a night or 2. So we're just going to have grilled cheese that night. Again, keep it simple, things I know that kids will eat. We'll also be having fish tacos that week, my pad thai recipe, hamburgers and fruit, and then breakfast burritos. And then for the last week, we're going to be having some homemade pizza, slow cooker cream cheese chicken, pork wontons. That's something new I'm going to be trying, and the recipe that I have linked to makes a ton of them, so I'll be able to freeze some and then have that again next month. Beef and broccoli. I had some frozen sliced tri-tip roast in there, so we're going to be cutting that up and putting that into some beef and broccoli. Grilled balsamic chicken and veggies. Again, that balsamic vinegar, I love it. Then this is pretty much standard every single month. For breakfast, I kind of make homemade breads and baked goods, but then also we do fruit and yogurt, cereal, French toast, waffles, that kind of thing. And then for lunches, we make homemade Lunchables, chicken nuggets, homemade burritos, whatever's left over, hard-boiled eggs, sandwiches, avocado egg sandwiches, which is perfect because we have all those hard-boiled eggs from Easter from a week ago, and bagels and cream cheese. So there you have it. Make sure you guys leave me any of your comments and questions that you have regarding how we do our meal planning, all of those things. Check out that video on how to start your own meal planning. It saves you so much money. I'm not exaggerating. Before we started meal planning, we were spending close to $1,000 a month just for hubby and I. And now we're all the way down to $400 a month for our family of 5. We do have young kids, so if your kids are older, understand that they're going to be eating more. You might have to have a little bit bigger budget than we are. But you can really make your money stretch really far, still eat delicious food if you meal plan. That's the key. Thanks you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Don't forget to check out tomorrow's video that will give you the grocery haul and show you the exact numbers on what we spend to eat for everything on this meal plan. Talk to you later. Bye.